We're looking at an application problem from section 7.2. We're given the marginal revenue. We're asked to find the total revenue given this information here and how many gadgets must be sold so that we get at least $40,000 in revenue. Okay, so keep in mind we're given marginal, we're asked to find total. Marginal is the derivative. We want the function that has this as its derivative, so we need to find an antiderivative for that. So let's do that. So I've got the information written here. So r of x is going to be the integral of this function here. Okay, so how are we going to do that integral? This is a substitution one. We're in the section for substitution here, so let's say that u is going to be equal to the thing in the parentheses there, x squared plus 28,000, and so du is 2x dx. Now notice here that we've got a 4x dx, so let's multiply both sides of this by 2. We'll get 2 du is equal to 4x dx. So with these substitutions, this integral then changes to be the 4x dx becomes 2 du, so we're going to have a 2. And then so that takes care of the 4x and the dx. We'll put the du on the end. This is then u to the minus 2/3 power. Okay, and so antiderivative here, we raise that by 1. That's going to give us positive 1/3, so we're going to have to multiply this by 3. 3u to the 1/3 power plus some constant. 2 times 3, 6. Replacing the u back with what it was before. What was it? It was x squared plus 28,000. And then we've got that 1/3 power, and then we've got a plus c. Okay, so now we have to find that c. How are we going to do that? Well, we use the given information here. Find r of x if r of 115, that means if we sell 115 items, we know we're going to make that much profit. In the problem, it says that revenue is measured in thousands of dollars, so if we want to solve this, we have to convert this into thousands of dollars. It already is in thousands, but we want then to basically move this decimal place, so this is actually $47.271 thousand. Okay, so we'll that's the revenue if 115 are sold, so we're going to have 47.271 is equal to this right side. This is the revenue function. Remember, r of x is equal to this. So this is the revenue if x is equal to 115. So we're going to plug in 115 here for x. And this is going to allow us to find out what c is. So we just have to put this whole thing in our calculator, and if we do that, we get so all of this here is 207.271. So this is going to be 47.271 is equal to 207.271 plus constant. Now we just have to solve for c, we just have to subtract this from both sides. And if you do that, you get c is negative 160. Okay, so that means that our revenue function is r of x is equal to 6 times x squared plus 28,000 to the 1/3 power minus 160. So that's the answer to part A. And so for part B, we want to figure out how many items we have to sell to get $40,000 in revenue. Remember that r is already measured in thousands of dollars, so we're going to set this equal to 40. That'll be 40,000 is equal to 6 times x squared plus 28,000 to the 1/3 minus 140. So we have to solve this for x. So we're going to add 160. I put 140 there. 160, fix that. So 160 there. We're going to add that to both sides. That's going to give us 200 on the left side is equal to 6 times x squared plus 28,000 to the 1/3 power. Divide both sides by 6. That's going to give us 100 over 3 is equal to this. And then in order to get rid of this 1/3 power, we're gonna have to raise both sides to the 3rd power. 3rd power here, 3rd power here, 3rd power and 1/3 power cancel, so we're just going to be left with 100 to the 3rd power. That's going to be 1,000,000 over 27. And the right side, that 1/3 power is gone, so we're just left with this. So I'm running out of room here. Next step is we're going to subtract that from both sides, the 28,000, and then we're going to take the square root of that. So 1,000,000 over 27 minus 28,000, take the square root of all that. Once you do all that, you should get x equals 95.06. Now keep in mind this is the number of gadgets that we need to get a $40,000 revenue. If I sell, you can't sell part of a gadget, so if I sell 95, I'm actually going to be under because this is a little bit over 95. So in order to actually get that 40,000, I actually have to round this up to the next highest number of gadgets. So we must sell 96 gadgets in order to get at least $40,000 in revenue.